This is such an exciting moment. Right over here, I have the BYD Atto 2, an amazing electric car of this size, this segment, that costs only 32,000 euros. This is what the BYD Atto 2 is. Almost 20,000 euros cheaper than the Volkswagen ID.3, the Volvo EX30, the Mercedes EQA. I was about to call it a GLA because of its design. This is exactly why BYD is nailing it. Budget price and at the same time something desirable. I just said it, everyone. Although, when it comes to design, just like other Chinese car manufacturers, Japanese car manufacturers, and South Korean car manufacturers, they tend to draw too much inspiration from European and American competitors. That's the only downside. But other than that, it's quite well equipped. I can tell you this right now. Let's have a look at it together. Now make sure to watch till the end, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I will talk about the exterior, the interior, and throughout the video I will be making comparisons between the BYD Atto 2 and certain competitors which I have reviewed before. It always amazes me how far BYD has come from. There was a time they were just building A to B machines, boring taxis that were used at the city center. Today, they're building electric cars that are desirable, and if I'm being honest, some of these electric cars are one to dream for. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like the BYD seal. Front design though, looks a bit generic, but I like this actual air vent you get on the side there. Thank God it's a real air vent, not something fake. The 5-spoke alloys look quite amazing, and I like this little detail BYD always adds next to the badge. Now approaching the side of the BYD Atto 2, this is where I see a bit of a problem, because over here, it seems like they've drawn a bit of an inspiration from European competitors. Like when I see this, I think of Opel, but then from certain angles, I also start to think of the Mercedes GLB, especially towards the rear. But then focusing on the side, I like how you have this hard plastic over here surrounding wheel, giving it a cross-country theme. And then I like how they did the door handle, the handle right here. Thank God it's not another pop-out door handle like everybody's obsessing over. And thank goodness it's, I mean, to be fair, it is 32,000 euros, you see, so it's not entirely that budget. But the sound of the door, that sounds quite amazing. Now, towards the rear, I spotted a little bit of a problem. Just one thing you should add is a Mercedes badge right here or right here above, and you will convince everybody that this is a Mercedes GLB, basically. I mean, or it's a smart #1. That's the thing I was mentioning earlier when I said that the Chinese car manufacturers, they tend to draw too much inspiration from others. But then, maybe it is better than the Mercedes GLB, because let's face it, the real Mercedes are their big SUVs like the GLS or the GLE, or their sedans like the Mercedes S-Class. These are the Mercedeses you would crave for, which is why you need this BYD Atto 2 right here, which looks better. Oh my gosh, they have my favorite feature, 360-degree parking cameras. I think I'm gonna lose it. There's just one thing after another. I get goodies, good equipment. The question to ask is, what doesn't this car have actually? They have everything. And now it is time to check out the interior of the BYD Atto 2. This is amazing. Okay. I just had a chance to look at the interior, and I have to say it is love at first sight. I just like the design of it. It is amazing. The steering wheel, now I don't know if it's just me, but there's something about the steering wheel design, especially the way the leather is being stitched. It reminds me of the DS automobiles. That's a bit suspicious. BYD, are you... Nah, I'm joking, guys. No, but seriously, the design does remind me of the DS automobiles. The door handle is nice. I like it to pull it close. And I like the fact that you get the squidgy leather onto the door. This is so pleasant, guys. And then the squidgy leather is throughout the interior with a touch of Alcantara lining right over here. The seat is leather with the light green stitching to it. This is so cool. The interior definitely feels more expensive than what the price tag indicates. This is so rare. Oh, and you get BYD's traditional rotating screen. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool, guys. No compromise on BYD's values right here. This is great. Now, I'm not sure about this transmission right here. I don't really know what they were thinking about having a diamond effect for it. So, the instrument cluster, oh, come on, are you serious? Instrument cluster, why are you so small? You're supposed to be big. But then, to be fair, it is 32,000 euros, all right? And if when it comes to infotainment system, BMW, and the Volkswagen Group, they are the kings of amazing infotainment system. But that's if you're happy to burn 30,000 euros extra. Whereas if you're looking for budget, this is the beast for you. Look at this. Leather-wrapped steering wheel, multifunctional, electric seat. The electric seat adjustment is so good. You don't even get this in other competitors. Everybody expects you to do everything by yourself, whereas this car helps you a lot. This is amazing. This is so cool. Panoramic roof. This car is probably one of the best I've ever reviewed in this segment for a price of 32,000 euros. And you even get wireless telephone recharge right here and so much space underneath with charging ports down there. You get a central console storage right here. This is great. And glove box. This is a very spacious glove box, by the way. Wow. Okay. BYD actually came prepared with this car. Honestly, this is a nice little city car. This is good. Now, there's just a little problem I noticed. And I mean, for this entire interior, there's only one little problem I noticed, believe it or not. So the air vent is all the way down there. So make sure you don't have any tall object placed over here, because that's why you have your telephone recharge pad right there, right? Yeah, it's because it's no use having the air vents downwards. The air vents will always be facing upwards, because if you have it facing downwards, the air will go right onto the transmission area right here. So that's the only problem I noticed. Otherwise, for the rest, the interior is cool. Towards the rear seat, things get even more interesting. In fact, I just noticed you get a flat floor right there without a ridge. This is so cool, and this is far better than my experience in the Volvo EX30 and the Volkswagen ID.3. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is so good. The door handle is so nice to pull the door closed. And oh, I think I spoke too soon because I just realized there's no handle right over here. I mean, no armrest. My apologies. But otherwise, when it comes to practicality, this rear seat is amazing. Look at the backseat pocket, nicely detailed. Small pockets, big pockets, and you even get a nice storage space over here. 2 charging ports. The floor is amazing. Oh my goodness. If I were blindfolded, I'd probably mistake this for a Maybach because of the round edge of the sofa seats. The seats are amazing. This car is amazing. I like it. And the door bin is... well, I mean, to be fair, the door bin is quite shallow and small, but who cares? This car is just too good. This car is amazing so far. And now it is time to check out the boot space of this bad boy. All right. So already you may have noticed you don't get electric doors, but it is 32,000 euros. So don't mind about that. Never ever judge a book by its cover. On the surface, it looks small, but pull this and next thing you know, you get so much storage space. This is more than the storage space I've seen in a Škoda Superb. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but I'm being serious. This is a lot for this segment. The boot lip is very durable, plastic, and you can load luggages in and out without worries that you will scratch the paint. The electric motor powering this bad boy produces 130 kilowatts, and it has an autonomy of 312 kilometers. Now, I know this may not sound like much, but given the price of 32,000 euros and all the goodies you get for the interior, I wouldn't really question the autonomy that much. And it is a BYD. It's great value for money so far. My conclusion of the BYD Atto 2, I have to say that for a price of 32,000 euros, this has to be one of the best electric cars I've ever seen. Tesla built the first ever desirable electric car, which was something to dream for, something that was not an eco box. But it seems to me that BYD has caught up in terms of affordability, something stylish, and something that's well-equipped, everyone, well-equipped with convenience features for daily use, all right? Then this applies to Tesla, this applies to many electric car manufacturers of today, but BYD just has the edge when it comes to value for money. So I have to say, this is one of the best in this segment, and it beats the Volkswagen ID.3 and the Volvo EX30. It beats all the competitors, really. Honestly, in this regard, this has to be one of the best. Perhaps the only problem with the BYD Atto 2 would be the same problem as other BYD models and most of the car manufacturers from China, Japan, and South Korea. That will be the identity crisis, the design. The design isn't exactly something relatable. From a distance, you're not really going to know what car this is. From certain angles, you're probably going to confuse it for a Kia. From other angles, you'll confuse it for a Mercedes GLB, especially with the rear design. So, especially when it comes to the interior doesn't really scream any form of identity. It doesn't really feel all that relatable, but you're going to forget about all that once you see the spec list and the equipment list. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below your thoughts of the BYD Atto 2 and the competitors I've just mentioned. And do you have some other thoughts of the BYD Atto 2? Feel free to share them in the comments. I'm eager to know your thoughts.